The next one we're gonna do is a little bit of a cheat.
We just burped so loud. It was like a rolling burp as you were saying. It was like a purring burp.
Okay.
It's okay. I did it like 5 seconds before. It was just not when we were going to include the information on camera. So I don't get that heavy beer bloat. So I wonder if it would be the same for
a bloke like me.
Yeah, a bloke like you.
If the bloke's gonna blow.
If the bloke's gonna blow, or the bloke's not gonna blow, is the question. As you can see, we're back in our taste testing room. I have Matan here again today to help me taste test some gluten-free beer. We are going to taste test gluten-free beer that is not made of any gluten-containing ingredients. Okay. So there is gluten-free beer that's gluten removed out on the market, and then that is made with wheat and barley and rye and all of those ingredients that like you typically will find in beer. Right. But then they use a process to remove all the gluten to make it safe enough for people who have allergies. I've had mixed experiences with that. So today we are trying all beer that's made of rice, sorghum, different grains that are not gluten containing.
And I don't think I've had gluten-free beer. I've had gluten-reduced like Stone Delicious.
Right, that's a really popular one.
I don't believe I've ever had gluten-free beer.
Unless you've tried a sip of one of mine, you probably haven't. Yeah. They're a little expensive if you're just a regular beer drinker, but we are on a mission today to find something that anyone with a wheat allergy, gluten allergy, celiac disease can enjoy a nice beer.
So what is your experience with beer? Like, what do you like?
Honestly, I went gluten-free before I turned 21, so I haven't had a ton of experience with beer, only kind of like adolescent parties.
Some Coors Light.
I was waiting for that.
Some Keystone Lights, you know, like beer pong.
My go-to would be IPAs as of past handful of years, and then I've kind of been dipping my toes into stouts.
So we have 7 different beers. This is not a blindfold taste test. Something new. We are going to just try the beers from lightest beer all the way down to the stouts and rank them kind of in order of what we like. We're going to try to describe more so how it tastes and the different depth or, you know, flavors you're getting or whatever it is that you're getting from the beer, more so than I like it or I don't like it. We want to try to help you all find something that you like through our description. So that's what we're hoping for today.
All right, you guys ready to drink some beer?
Yeah.
I'm very ready.
Let's do it, I'm thirsty.
Let's do it. Okay, so
May I?
yeah, we have the Redbridge gluten-free sorghum beer. I guess that's the main ingredient on this one. This one I encouraged Camille to buy for this because I've seen it in restaurants. It's kind of a more commonly, expansively seen beer than the other brands we're trying today.
What the hell is sorghum?
Sorghum is a grain that is, we'll have to look up the actual definition. Yeah, it is. I actually forgot about that this is Anheuser-Busch company. So this is their gluten-free beer. Yeah, so they're a large company, so that makes sense.
Before, cheers. 1 second. Okay. Cheers. I have never had that flavor in beer before.
Yeah, that's so funny because
that's interesting.
I don't have so much experience with beer, so when I taste it, I'm like, oh yeah, it tastes like beer.
Tastes a little, I think it tastes a little sweet to my liking. Personally, I don't really like sweet in my alcoholic drinks, but I think it's pretty good. I mean, I can't rank it against anything right now, but
we'll just keep it in mind. We have another light one to taste after this to directly compare, I'm hoping.
Okay.
But I do taste the sweetness that you're talking about. It almost, it doesn't, but it almost reminds me of like a hard apple cider, like a hard cider where you're getting this like, you're getting this initial kind of beery, maybe it's hops. Is that what that flavor is? Or is that just fermentation?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call that hops.
Oh, there's a little bit of hops.
Is there?
It says water, fermented sorghum. There's some corn syrup in it with the fermentation, hops, and yeast.
It tastes to me like a Pacifico that was left in the sun for a little bit.
So
and
does
then,
it taste spoiled?
There's some interesting taste to it that I can't put my tongue on it. It doesn't. That's why I'm saying it's a flavor that I haven't had in beer before.
I feel like it's a light beer you'll drink if you just want a beer, kind of like a Coors Light or something. You just want something to drink, but it's really not heavy at all.
Right.
And it's not really that flavorful.
But I would put it above drinking game beer.
Okay.
Like Coors.
Oh, that's good.
To just like sip on and relax, for sure. In the sun, nice, refreshing light beer.
So this is Glutenberg, another one that is a little more accessible.
Sounds like a wheat.
This time it's me.
Okay. I was just saying, that's 4%.
This is
4.5.
Yeah. It's a blonde, and it has water, millet, corn, demerara sugar. So sugar again. It probably assists in the fermentation. So a lot of beer probably has sugar. Hops and yeast. So no sorghum. Different different grain this time. Ooh, lighter color.
I don't need. Okay. That's good. Wow.
It doesn't have much of a smell. This one had more smell. To me, like.
I was gonna say, don't drink without cheersing.
Oh yeah, we have to do it every single time.
Yeah.
Oh. That's really light.
Tastes like a light champagne, almost.
Kind of tastes like.
It's so bubbly.
It is a little bubbly. Yeah. It kind of tastes like not a lot of anything.
Yeah.
But also, like.
It's just so light. It's so light. It just tastes watered down.
Watered down, yeah.
Tastes
Like
bubbly, but.
Like you mixed this beer with like club soda.
Yeah.
It's very light. This brand has multiple other types of beer that they sell. I'd be interested to try those, but this is the one we tested out today, and it's not. This one's better.
It'd be hard for me to call it a beer.
Let's put it that way, so like this is 1 on the left, and we'll go to 10.
And on the camera, you'll see
We'll
it
go to
like
7,
that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very true.
I mean, we've only done 2 now, but that one's definitely not as good as this one, just not as much flavor.
Right. I was gonna say it's not bad.
No.
It's just not a beer.
Yeah, it's so light, so light.
Next, we are moving into the IPA category with the Grapefruit IPA from Ghostfish Brewing Company.
Ghostfish.
I have to tell you, I was so excited to get this beer. I
Seattle.
first drank this exact beer at a beer festival in Boston with my friend Dakota, and was so impressed by it that, you know, I drank 2 of them and was just looking for the company and looking for the brand and where they sold it, and they did not sell it in California. I was gonna ship it to myself, like it was this whole thing. And then just a couple months ago, they launched in all of BevMo's across California. So I've been waiting to try this again. I have high hopes. I really hope you like it too, because
I didn't
really,
see
really
it was an
liked
IPA.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah.
5.5%.
Yeah. Sorghum. Rice, sorghum malt, rice malt, candy syrup, C-A-N-D-I, not sure what that is.
No.
Malted extract, hops, grapefruit puree, yeast. This company actually makes the largest selection of gluten-free beers that I've ever seen. If you go on their website, they have so many different kinds of IPA, double IPA, this kind of IPA, you know, grapefruit IPA. So we're gonna try one of their stouts later.
I was gonna say, look, it says a dedicated gluten-free brewery. So
Yeah.
are all of their beers then gluten-free?
Yeah, they
Okay.
actually have like a brewery in Seattle where the brewery is, that they serve all gluten-free food. It's a really cool thing that I've been, you know, I put on my list of things to check out. But I mean,
Don't want to speak too soon, but I'm not usually a citrus
Okay.
IPA fan. But I'm curious to see how this is.
cheers.
Gluten-free. You should smell it for sure. Smells good.
I like it. It lingers on the sides of your tongue.
Not bad for an IPA. Seriously.
Not too grapefruity.
No, it's not. I mean, it's still pretty juicy.
I mean, I definitely taste the bitter hops. Right?
It definitely has that. It's definitely bitter. More bitter forward, but it lingers. And I like that aftertaste.
The color is really nice too.
No, the colors are nice.
Really dark gold.
Yeah, that'd be an IPA. You know.
If you were served this at a restaurant on draft as the Grapefruit IPA, would you sip it and have a doubt that it was something weird?
No.
Okay.
But it wouldn't be my favorite IPA.
Well,
just based off the flavors, but does it compare to just an IPA or a grapefruit IPA? 100%.
it's good.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Have you tried it, Camille?
No, I'll try it after.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to try it.
So,
I was a big IPA fan.
What do you think? I like it more than the Redbridge.
I do too, because it just...
Because it's an IPA.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
even if that was a ale, it sounds like this one was a little bit more like an actual IPA beer without gluten, and that one even though it wasn't your style of beer, it still had something in it that wasn't like perfect.
100%. Like I said, a flavor that I've never had before was that.
Yeah, this
But
one.
this tasted like an IPA to me.
Yeah.
I like
This
that.
is Divine Science Brewing. You guys can look where it's from.
Wait, that
It's somewhere
looks
around
familiar.
here.
I
And
have
it's
it.
an IPA.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Camille got you this
For the
on
lake.
the lake.
Yes.
I was going to say that.
So
I don't think I tried it though.
this one is another
Sweet.
dedicated gluten-free facility.
Sweet can. I like their design.
I do. It's like matte, which is nice.
That's cool too.
I really like all of their art that they have on their cans. And then this one is water, rice, millet, hops, yeast, sugar. Sugar is the last ingredient, which is interesting because the last couple ones weren't that way.
Third contact. Do you know what that means?
Third contact?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Third contact happens during a solar eclipse when the sun peeks back over the moon.
6.8. It's a strong boy. Lighter in color.
Much.
Yeah, much lighter in color than the grapefruit.
Looks a little yellowy.
It is kind of yellow. Cheers. We'll see. Ooh.
That's interesting.
Almost citrusy. Like, where's the citrus coming from? Oh, enjoy a tropical citrusy IPA with a crisp finish. It's not as deep of a flavor as the Ghostfish.
It's not as bitter, I'll say that.
Yeah,
It doesn't last as long on the tongue.
so true. You get that hoppy initial bite to it, but this one kind of made the sides of my tongue go sour and dry from the bitterness and lingered on the top of my tongue, where this just doesn't do anything. There's no lingery bitter. It's a little stanky, hoppy, alcoholic.
Leaves a bad aftertaste too in my mouth.
Yeah, it's not. Which is funny because when we were drinking it on the boat, I'm drinking this beer and I'm like, wow, this is great. Like, I'm drinking beer, tastes like beer, it's an IPA. I had a different lighter one that I was switching off between, same company, and loved it. But now comparing it to Ghostfish, it is a weaker beer. Ready to rate it compared to the Redbridge?
Yeah.
Like in the order?
Yeah, well, listen, I enjoy IPAs more, but we need to also, come to an agreement.
I agree.
I think...
All right, let's say on 3.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Left.
I agree.
Yeah.
Just, if you're craving an IPA and you have these two options, you take this, right?
Yes, 100%. But in the way that we're trying to do this, where we're trying to pick it apart and do it for what it is, this is not as good of a beer for an IPA as this is for a beer for something light and just drinkable that you're gonna drink with
Well put.
spicy food or whatever.
100%.
Okay?
Let's move it.
Cool.
Go for it.
Next beer is a little bit of a cheat. We honestly just really wanted to try it and it looked interesting. I don't know if it's even considered a beer, but it is a hard kombucha that is an IPA.
Yeah, so we were at Whole Foods and I saw this and it says Kombucha IPA 9%, first of all.
Alright, that's pretty gnarly.
It says real hard kombucha, but it says...
It's a really sweet can. I love the logo.
I wasn't gonna get it, and then I read massive mosaic and citrus hops, like a juicy IPA, only kombucha. So I think it's really supposed to taste like a beer, but we'll see. We'll see. We only bought one. We wanted to test it out.
I dislike mostly regular kombucha, but I don't mind hard kombucha.
You drink June Shine?
Yeah.
Yeah, June Shine is the most popular hard kombucha we're drinking right now.
Right. This is gonna be interesting.
Smells nice and hoppy.
Looks like a kombucha.
It looks like a
Super
kombucha,
light,
for sure.
Bubbly, you could see the carbonation or...
That's a kombucha. Oh.
Whoa!
Tastes like... What is that?
Tastes like...
Hops?
No.
I'm so bad with flavors, bro.
It's like toasted brown rice. It's like toasty...
Something toasted. Okay, good. You're
like
helping me out. Tastes like...
Toasted bread?
No, it tastes like toasted wood, but I don't eat wood.
It's like...
There's like a weird... I can't wait for you guys to try this. This is surprisingly very refreshing. Tastes better than any hard kombucha I think I've had, just personally. I think
I like it.
The hops or whatever it is something is settling the flavor. Like it's not like a strong kombucha like I usually have.
Totally.
That's like a strong flavor. This is very nice and refreshing.
I do think it's refreshing. I think it has a little bit of like tartness, kind of juiciness to it. And when you sip it, it's not as thin in your mouth, right? Do you know what I mean?
I differ on that.
Oh,
I do
really?
think it's super light and thin and not like...
But like, okay, it's
light
when you... It's light in flavor, but the viscosity of it tastes thicker. I wish you were doing
viscosity.
Yeah.
Let me Google that real quick.
I'm trying to be like super... I'm really trying to dig these apart for you guys. So.
I am, as usual, terrible.
I think this is going to be a kind of a difficult beer to rate because it's kind of weird. It's not even a beer. But I would say put this in the order that you would like to drink it. You would enjoy drinking it. Just think of it that way. 3, 2, 1.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Great.
It is more drinkable.
Wow, we've never
than
agreed
this
on
one.
anything.
Tom was worried that we would really disagree because he actually drinks beer and I really don't know beer at all, but I'm happy to see we're agreeing a little bit more than we did on chocolate chip cookies.
Oh yeah.
Next one is the first of the 2 stouts. Also by Divine Science Brewing, same company.
You can tell by the can right away.
Called Mocha Diosa.
Okay, this is way more up my alley.
Yeah, it's really cool looking, first of
Wow,
all.
that is so cool.
Right? And it is made of water, millet, lentil, never seen that before in a drink, rice, buckwheat, coffee, hops, and yeast. I never drink beer and burping so much.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Did you guys say the percentage already?
No, I don't know if we did for that one. Would you like to? 6.8, I think she did.
Ooh, 6.8.
This one is a light boy, 4.8.
Oh wow, interesting. It's supposed to be a decadent stout full of roast and chocolate notes. That's what we're going for. Okay. Ooh. I have never drank stout. Is Guinness a stout?
Yes.
I have drank Guinness.
In Ireland.
In Ireland with Camille.
I'm very excited for you to try that.
It smells like old coffee grounds.
Stouts are tough. What do you
Okay.
think? This is super light compared to any stout I've had.
Very, very light body. Like it finishes like a light beer.
Yes.
But tastes like coffee.
Well, it's also light and it's, just like you said, body-wise.
Is it light in color? Like when you look at it through the glass? It looks like Coca-Cola.
It really does, and it sounded like Coca-Cola when I put it in your cup. You taste though the chocolate, you taste those chocolate notes, but nothing lingers. It's just not, it doesn't have a nice thick body taste like a stout.
I wouldn't say it's decadent.
No.
Right? It honestly, I hate saying these things because I think these companies are doing a great job and I wouldn't ever want to bash a company that works this hard and everything. I mean, I have so many people watching my videos that it really influence the the sake of these companies. So I
Millions.
It tastes kind of like watered down day old coffee. Like it has a little bit of a burnt taste to it in the coffee roasted flavor.
Right.
So where do you guys want to rate it?
I'm thinking in the way, you know, like Camille said, if you would grab it and drink it again, I'm trying to rate them all equally in that order.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do.
All right, let's try to do that.
Okay.
Ready?
3, 2, 1. As I figured you.
But I was even going here.
Yeah, no.
To the right of that.
I think this is just a really new flavor to me where it feels familiar to you. And since I've never actually tried a stout, it just tastes like the burnt watered coffee, like I was saying.
So where are we putting this? Either here.
Let's put it here as a middle zone.
All right.
Like a steel reserve.
Last beer. It's from the same one as your guys' favorite so far,
Ghostfish again.
Stout.
Let's see.
Roasted and malted millet.
Millet, buckwheat, brown rice. Deliver coffee, toasted marshmallow, and rich chocolate flavors. Rich. These are the key words I'm looking for. I want it to be rich. Straight from the dark side, while rolled oats contribute a fluffy and satisfying mouthfeel. That's what we're looking for.
It says mouthful.
No, it says mouthfeel.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Right off the bat, the foam is like a darker tanner color.
Let's put this here so people can see.
Yeah, we'll put it right there. Perfect. Still doesn't smell like a lot to me.
No. Cheers. Last one.
Cheers.
A more full-bodied, but
definitely
the flavor is lacking. And then just dies off right away. I don't even know what it is. It's such a light flavor for a stout.
It does have that mouthfeel that they're talking about.
Right. I would
Feels
agree.
thicker, which is nice. That was so thin. I'm like, this is not what a stout should taste like, even though I never tried one.
Flavor, full-bodied, but like you said, just very light, doesn't last long. I mean, taste a little toasty.
I'm a little bummed.
But not
I
much
was
else.
expecting more. With how lingering this was, I really thought it would kind of bring more to the table than it did.
But what would be interesting to me is comparing the ingredients in a regular stout to this versus the ingredients in a IPA versus a gluten-free IPA and see like what is the big missing ingredient, because maybe on
Wheat
everything
is the big missing ingredient.
erase everything that we just said.
Freaking curse the gods who gave me celiac disease. Because, well, this is crazy. Like the fact
gods
that
gave you
it
the
really,
grapefruit IPA.
the gods did give me the grapefruit IPA.
And they taught you how to cook.
They did also teach me how to cook. I know how much these companies do research and development. They're like really trying to make the gluten-free beer out there. But without the same grain, it just really is like this light thing.
So where do you guys think it ranks for your favorite beer?
I can rank it.
You think so?
I think so.
Alright, 3.
Wait, hold on. I literally have no idea.
Ready?
Yeah,
3,
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, I figured that's what you
I was maybe even here.
I think for me,
That's a tough one.
what it really comes down to in the way we're trying to rate these and everything, I think that I would drink this one before I drank this one. If they were both available in a cooler and I was gonna pick one up,
But you would
I'd
drink
pick
this
this
too,
one.
you said.
But yes, because personally,
don't
for
know.
my taste
Right.
of beer,
Right.
I sometimes want something really light that just kind of tastes hoppy and is savory and is a beer with dinner. Well, we're torn.
You can put it over here. I think it makes sense. I think it's definitely a better stout than this. So if you're gonna choose a stout,
Agreed.
choose this one.
Agreed.
So
So
you guys are saying that honestly, if you're gonna pick a light beer, don't go with the Glutenberg. That Redbridge was pretty impressive.
Compared to the Glutenberg?
I would say this is like over here. You can put a few more
100%.
beers in here.
100% you're looking for a light beer, go
Yeah.
Redbridge.
Yes.
If you are looking for a beer that does not taste like beer, Glutenberg is going to be more your thing.
Or even the kombucha. If you're a fan of kombucha.
Yeah, if
definitely.
you've had hopped ciders, hopped kombucha, that was this. I enjoyed it. I like that kind of stuff. But you know, I understand how it's not necessarily a beer. It is kind of a wild card in there.
Well, thanks for helping Naomi rate all these beers, Matan.
Thanks so much for watching us taste these beers. I hope that we were able to help you find what gluten-free beer you're looking for and give you a good description on why we liked things and why we disliked things. So if you have had one of these beers before, a beer from these companies, or some other gluten-free beer that you really love and you've tried, I would love to know. It'd be really fun to taste test other things. We couldn't do much more than 7 today.
We?
But yeah, I had a good time, and did you have a good time?
I had a good time. It was awesome. Have me next time.
Perfect. You are my permanent taste tester, so you're kind of locked in and you don't have a choice.
That's okay.
Thanks so much for being here against your will.
I was voluntold.
Very true. That's kind of how this works. But he loves Camille and I, so it works nicely. Thanks so much. Again, we will see you next week. Bye. Yes, I'm excited for you guys to try them.